Hi friends, welcome to LR Virtual Classroom. I strongly feel that asking questions is a powerful way to learn a concept in a detailed manner. In this video, we are going to learn about the Agile concepts by asking 100 questions. Let's get started. Agile is the most commonly used project management methodology. It follows incremental and iterative development. It focuses on adaptability, increased customer satisfaction by delivering the working software much sooner to the customer. Agile can be used in terms of new product development in a scenario of new technology is used when you are expecting more changes in your requirement, not much fixed constraints in terms of timeline and budget. There are four values of Agile. It gives more priority to individuals and interactions, working software, customer collaboration, and the way you respond to change. Agile is an umbrella of all values and principles. There are many frameworks within Agile. Scrum, Kanban, Extreme Programming, FTD, TDD, SAFe, Scrum of Scrum are the most frequently used Agile frameworks. Collaboration, coordination, communication are the three core C's of Agile. Scrum is a lightweight of all Agile framework as most commonly used in software development with the aim of delivering the working software in every 2 to 4 week iteration. Sprint is a concept used in Scrum. It follows three principles of transparency, inspection, and adaptation. The similarity between Agile and Scrum is both follows incremental and iterative development. The difference is Agile is a broader umbrella under which Scrum falls. Scrum is a procedure which has its events, roles, and artifacts defined. Agile is a practice, mindset. The five values of Scrum are it gives emphasis on focus, openness, respect, commitment, and courage. Transparency increases the collaboration and open communication. Inspection enables the continuous improvement. Adaptation will help you the way to respond to the frequent changes, which all in turn increases the customer satisfaction. So what are the advantages of Scrum or in terms of Agile in that case? It gives flexibility and adaptability to your requirements and design solution and rapid development of your working software. You will deliver the slice of functionality in every iteration, earlier customer feedback and in turn increased satisfaction, early time to market for your product and overall lower development cost. What is different in Agile compared to Waterfall? Yes, your spaces are sequential whereas it is overlapping in Agile. Working product is available only at the end. The customer requirements are simple, well defined and predictable in Waterfall whereas in Agile it can change until the completion of the project. Any changes to the product in Waterfall will have high cost as the phases are sequential. It has high risk and uncertainty compared to the Agile. What is Agile testing? You might be wondering why we are talking about Agile testing much earlier. It's very important to understand in Agile that testing is done parallel to the development. The features is developed and tested in parallelly. As soon as it is developed, it is tested. The advantages are you'll have a bug-free clean code and also the quality of the code is much improved in Agile testing. The principles of Agile testing is all your testing like your unit testing, integration testing, regression testing, system testing, user acceptance testing, all your functional and non-functional testing is all done continuously and in sustainable manner. Testing is performed by the self-organized team. Each and every defects that have been identified are fixed within the same iteration itself. As I said, testing is performed at the time of implementation. Your features are tested as soon as it is developed. TDD is an important process that has been evolving these days. It's most frequently used and it's very beneficial. Requirements are turned into a specific test case in the beginning itself, and then the functional code is written, streamlined, and then finally your code passes. This way of writing the requirements and then doing the test will increase the quality of the code written and also minimize the risk or the bugs that is coming into the test cases. DevOps. It's again another important terminology that is being commonly used these days in Agile. It's been very famous and it's very complementary with the Agile software development as well. It is a set of practice that combines your software development and IT operations. It aims at shortening your systems development lifecycle. Your build and test, your packaging and deployment all happens continuously and with a high software quality being delivered. It involves the process of continuous development, continuous testing, and continuous integration. It focuses not only on the agility but also on the automation. There are various tools that is being used in DevOps for your continuous integration, continuous testing, continuous deployment, and monitoring as well. What are the benefits of DevOps? You'll have a continuous delivery of your product. There'll be a faster resolution of your problems. It also enables the automation of the frequently done task. You'll have faster delivery of the features in terms of your business requirements, more stable and operating environments, which will give you more time for you to add value to the product rather than working on your bugs and fixes. What is lean documentation in Agile? Working software is given more priority than the comprehensive documentation in Agile. So, what can be documented? Your project standards, your technical design documents, your project key decisions, your product vision, roadmap, user story mapping, product hierarchy, your backlog items can be documented in Agile. Build baker is another term that is used in Agile. It is a situation when there is a bug in the software. The tester team will ensure to get the software back to the normal working condition by removing the bug. Release candidate is again another term that has been commonly used in Agile. It's a version of a program or a software that has been released internally. Yes, I underline. It is not released to the consumer market or to your customer. It is released internally to check if there are any critical products that problems that has been not detected during your previous development cycle. It is a build version. It is very close to your final build. Kanban is another frequently used agile methodology that is not following the iterative concept just like in Scrum. In Scrum, you have your 2 to 4 weeks of sprint iteration. In this case, your software can be developed in a one large development cycle itself. The second thing is the work items are represented in a Kanban board which will have the status of your features. In terms, you will have your features in terms of to do, work in progress, and done. Emphasis is given on a continuous delivery while not overburdening the development team. What does it mean? You'll have a limitation of number of items that can be in your work in progress status. What do you know about Scrumban? Scrumban is another model of a software development which combines both Scrum and Kanban based methodology. This can be used in projects when you have continuous maintenance is required and lot of programming errors are expected. This promotes the completion of a project in a minimum time. Let's learn more about Scrum as it is lightweight and easy to understand. There are four events that are available in Scrum. Sprint planning. The purpose of sprint planning is the product owner will tell what he wants from the development team and development team will work on how to accomplish the work. The final outcome, you'll have your sprint goal well defined and your backlog item which has been derived from your product backlog. Daily Scrum meeting happens for 15 minutes. Development team will sync together to discuss on the progress of the sprint. You'll have answers to the three questions like what did you do yesterday? What are you going to do today? Is there any impediment for achieving the same from your development team? The third important event is sprint review. Development team will show the progress and get the feedback from the customer. This review is not for the product owner. You'll have your customer feedback and you'll have your any new additional request that comes in. Sprint retrospective is nothing but development team will pause the work and identify the ways to improve the performance. The final outcome is you'll have your improvement actions that will be added as part of a product backlog item which will be prioritized and implemented in the subsequent sprints. So the various sprint events and their duration are listed here based on the sprint duration that you select. Usually, 85% of your time is given for development and rest of the time is spent for your events. It's very important to understand the hierarchy of theme, epic, future, story, and task in Agile. I have listed the various durations here for each and everything. Theme is broken down into initiative or your epic. Your epic will have the large chunks of user stories like future. The futures are still broken down into a small stories, which in turn is broken down to a task. I have given a simple example. Say for example you have an online web development dashboard project, which is my theme here. I'm going to represent the portfolio level KPIs and project level KPIs, which is my epic. Within portfolio, I can have multiple KPIs like revenue, gross margin, or utilization. Within each and every feature, I can have the user stories. What are the level of details I want for each KPI? And each and every user story can be broken down into tasks for the development team to work on. This is a very simple example of an online dashboard to help you understand the various hierarchies. Having this product hierarchies will help you to have four types of burn down chart: release burn down, product burn down, sprint burn down, and defect burn down. There are three important roles in Scrum. Product owner is a person who is going to share the requirements and vision to the development team or say the Scrum team. He is responsible to ensure the right value of the product is being developed and built for the customer requirements. Scrum team is nothing but the group of individuals who is going to actually accomplish the project work. They are self-organized and cross-functional. Scrum Master is nothing but a servant leadership. He is going to lead, coach, and help the team to increase the efficiency and productivity by facilitating and removing the impediments. Product backlog is one of the artifacts in Scrum which has a prioritized list of all the backlog items that is being derived from the product roadmap. The important items are at the top so that the team knows what to deliver first. Sprint backlog is being maintained by the Scrum team itself. They will have the list of all user stories that is going to be implemented by the Scrum team in a particular sprint. Zero sprint is nothing but the preparation step for your first sprint. All your activities like setting up your development environment, access, preparation of the initial backlog items are all done as part of your zero sprint. The duration of this sprint will vary depending upon the complexity of the project. What is the advantages of iteration and increment which we keep talking about in Agile? Iteration will have the improvements of design that can be made every now and then. New functional capabilities can be added in every iteration as well. Increment, because the software is built and delivered in pieces. A slice of functionality is delivered in every increment which will have a increased customer satisfaction. Impediments are nothing but the issues that has been faced by the Scrum team. That's something that's going to block the team from getting the work done. Some examples are your sick team member, operational issues, lack of management support, any third-party related dependencies, lack of skill or the knowledge that the Scrum team has. DoD is nothing but your definition of done, which defines the acceptance criteria of the user story. It should include everything right from your development, testing, QA, and documentation as well. The feature will be shipped or deployed to the production once it satisfies a definition of done. There are various examples that I have given as part of DoD. You can have your own DoD written based on the feature you are going to implement. Sprint goal is nothing but the objective to be accomplished during a sprint. The goals should be more tangible and easy to understand. They are time bound to the duration of the sprint. Your sprint backlog is going to tell you how we are going to convert your sprint goals into results. You can define your sprint goal by answering to these three questions. Why do I need to conduct the sprint? Who is going to benefit out of this goal? How do I know that I have achieved my goal? By answering these three questions, you can have a well-defined, tangible, easy to understand sprint goal defined so that the Scrum team will know what they are going to deliver in a particular sprint. A good product backlog item should have the characteristics of detailed, emergent, estimated, and prioritized. You can define your user story by following a simple syntax like as a user, what I want to have, like the features, and why I want to implement, what is the objective of it, what is the beneficial of it. The user story defined should be independent, negotiable, valuable, it should be estimable, as small as possible, and finally testable. It's very important to know what's being done in a sprint planning meeting. Why? The sprint can fail if your sprint goal is not aligned to your product roadmap, right? Yes. Define your sprint goal, understand the technical lessons learned from the previous work, know your target velocity, align with your team capacity, review your definition of done, your backlog items, decide on your quality and maintenance of work, who is going to do what, record your assumptions and issues and dependency. After all these being done, ensure that you have your team consensus for the work to be delivered in a particular sprint. Story point is nothing but the unit of measurement that is required to perform or complete a particular task. Usually story point calculation you involve your development, testing, all other dependencies and other factors that will involve in completing the story. It defines the weightage and complexity of the user stories. Usually in the estimation of the user story, you follow the 3 C's process. Card. First the requirements are written. Conversation. The requirements are then discussed by having the customer and the development team and the product owner to ensure that it is prioritized and estimated. Then you'll have a final confirmation by having the defined definition of done. The different methods to estimate the user stories are planning poker, fist of 5, t-shirt size, affinity mapping, etc. Why user stories use Fibonacci series? Because Fibonacci series will provide the relative estimate. It's very easy to tell for someone is it 5 or 8 rather than the 6 and 7, which will not tell the relative weight and weightage or the capacity. Velocity. Why it is important? Thus that we have now estimated the story points, it's very important to know how much work a team can complete over a period of time. That is called as velocity. The team velocity is the average number of points from the last 3 to 4 sprints. The velocity varies from team to team and it should not be compared. You can have your velocity chart by mapping your maximum and minimum velocity, average velocity, and estimated velocity. What are the different ways to improve your velocity? Have you increased the quality of code, stop wasting on unnecessary tests, have you optimized your other meetings, sprint retrospective to know your improvement in process and your performance, provide training whenever it is required to the resources. Backlog refinement is also a small event that happens within the sprint iteration. Product owner and the Scrum team will ensure that 2 to 3 sprints of work is ready, defined and prioritized in the backlog. This ensures the good quality of the product backlog. Definition of ready, which is called DOR. It tells whether the user story is in ready state in the product backlog so that it can be derived into the sprint backlog. Ensure that your dependencies and acceptance criteria is defined, the performance criteria is provided, and finally, the team has understood what is that they are going to demo as part of the user story. MVP is another common term usually heard. It's a minimum viable product. It means the bare minimum required features are implemented and demonstrated to the stakeholders with the condition it satisfies the definition of done. Check the video link in the description for the part 2 of the series.